her company that went bankrupt a couple of years ago was in cahoots with BlackRock, which that I think implies something, maybe not. But we've got BlackRock here, we've got bankruptcy here, we've got overpayment for everything, and now we have this. If you don't have revenue from 19,000 square feet of Apple on top of not having the rest of the sales for this thing, what happens if we start to hear that some of those sales never really happened and that they were just to get to threshold so we could get construction finance?
I don't think that's the case.
Well, okay,
that is purely speculative and
totally speculative, and for entertainment purposes
don't take that information. And
but hang on a sec. So Jenny Coco's company that was finance something, I forget what they're called, but they just went bankrupt in 2021. Some lending company, some private lending company. Okay, so Jenny Coco, big empire, Coco Paving, got bought out by GFL for bajillions of dollars. I don't even know how much. All of a sudden, she's got all this money. So I guess she must have met Sam at a bar somewhere or on some island or on a yacht, and the two of them got talking, right? Wherever no, she's married. I'm sure it was all on the up and up. They probably met on some yacht somewhere in the south of France, and there's like, hey, I'm building the best property on the planet. And she's like, oh, well, I live right near there. So would you like $1 billion? I don't know what happened, but the fact is that her company that went bankrupt a couple of years ago was in cahoots with BlackRock, which that I think implies something, maybe not. But we've got BlackRock here, we've got bankruptcy here, we've got overpayment for everything, we've got all kinds of foreign investors coming in, and now we have this, TK. So I think that the likelihood of weird shit coming out of this story as time goes on is pretty high. And I don't know what they're going to come up with, but I mean, if we've seen the accounting for Sunrise and for State View, was it? State View. And I mean,
basically accounting just means what we want you to think our business is doing. That's basically what it is, because they can put whatever they want on any sort of unaudited reports and just be like, here's the books, check them out.
Yeah, and you've got these analysts that are like just out of school, right?
Yeah.
That
regardless of who they are, they can fool anybody. They can fool the most experienced people if there's only so much information provided, right? Here's the smell test, right? And this is true for your property. Who are the other investors? So someone comes to you and says, I got this great investment. You should get involved, man. I'm telling you, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Who else is investing? Tell me, who are the other investors, and find out what their backgrounds and what their experiences are, especially if you're a new investor, accredited or not. You need to look at, okay, what is the likelihood of this being a good investment? Because it's easy to fool me. You could tell me all sorts of stuff about one project or the next. If I'm not, experienced dealing with them, I've only maybe done it a few times, or, understand so much about the project, it's easy for me to be fooled. But if you tell me that you got, some of the guys that you have lined up for your project, it's like, all right, those guys know way more than me and the average person, even the average developer. These are all the big shots of the industry. If they feel like the project's good, if they feel like they've vetted enough of the details to say this is a good project to put their own money in, then that's more than enough. And then because we knew that and I passed that along, we got even bigger people to come and join, who were all looking at it going like, geez, if all these guys are doing it, I don't even need to see the deck. Just send me the information. Where do I invest? Because
it's true.
It's the truth. Like that's
the truth.
You can have the best deck in the world, but at the end of the day, what does that mean? But who are the investors, right?
Who are the investors?
I would have had red flags, and maybe not as much as I would have in hindsight now, because I understand what happened with the one. But all the Toronto investors, the people with the money, looked at that deal and were like, I don't think so. And when people started to see that no one else was interested, he had a hard time getting money. And so he found Coco, somebody who had money from another outside industry, who didn't have those same type of experiences and things to draw on in order to be able to make a sound financial decision. And of course, she ended up investing with, somebody who you know, had a lot of great ideas, but unfortunately not the right plan to make it work.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.